My name is Tanisha, aka Naturally Curly Me, and I'm here to talk about my Havanna twist and how I maintain them. So, in order to get the twist, what I did was I purchased the hair from fingercomber.com, and I got priority shipping from watching Black Onyx World's videos. And I used her invisible braiding method, but I did it with the twist. Instead of adding the separate hair to the twisted part, I braided in. So it kind of yields the same results. So it still looks like mine. Um, and what I do is I twist the hair, and to get the poofy part, well, I twist it not as tight as I would the Senegalese twist, but I twist it kind of similarly, and then I twist it how I would my natural hair. And then if it's too tight, I just put my finger in between the two pieces, and then I pull it down, and it makes it looser and puffier. But yeah, so in order to maintain the twist, oh, I should talk about why I don't use Black Onyx World's way. So I don't use her way because when I did for like 2 or 3 weeks or something. So the hair would get really like frizzy, and then the added hair would come out, and it would just drive me crazy. And I live in the Midwest, so the winters here are really harsh, and it would just suck. I mean, especially here in college, it just wasn't a good idea to do that. Um, I guess if you wanted a shorter period of time, you could do it that way. But after a week, it was just not working. So I had to braid it, and then I make my braid a little bit longer. It goes to like right here. Um, and what I do is I moisturize and seal and all that stuff that I do in my natural hair, because this hair is like natural hair and you should treat it the same. Plus, if you do it that way and think about it like as your own hair, then your actual hair will grow longer. And what I do is I use this water mixture that I make, and what I do is I use water, like this water lavender mixture from the Curly Girl book. And what you do is you let the water get to a boil, then you add lavender oil, and sometimes I add rosemary oil to it. And once it's already boiled, you turn it on low, and you put the top on, and you let it kind of steam and mix all up together. And then I make a lot because I'm in college and I can't just boil water all the time. So I pour that in, and then I use the edible aloe vera gel because there's some that are just topical that you can't digest. But I use the edible kind because it's better, and I know exactly what I'm putting on my hair that way. So I also put in aloe vera juice, and that's how I make the water mixture. Then I use the lock method for my hair because it's winter here, and you really need to keep in all the moisture that you can. So I have an oil mixture, and what I do is I mix jojoba oil, castor oil, almond oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, coconut oil, which I don't have like on me right now, and olive oil. They're like different places in my dorm room. But so I mix all those together, and then I also put it on my scalp. And if not, then I'll use Carol's Daughter honey hair mimosa or something like that. And then I seal it in. If I'm using Carol's Daughter, then I'll use her healthy hair butter to seal it all in. But normally, and I would just, it depends on how I feel. Like sometimes I put the honey hair mousse on first, and then I put the healthy hair butter. But whatever, or vice versa. but if I'm using the products that I make, I'll put when I'm doing my hair after a wash, because I had to retwist these a lot because it, like I said, it wouldn't work for me. So I don't always put this oil on. Like I do a lot to my hair though, because I know it's going to be in here for a long time. So what I do is I wet it, or like if I just get out the shower, I undo each twist and I take each strand, the strands of the twist, and then I coat it with coconut oil, and then I use the mixture, and then I use the shea butter stuff that I'm about to talk about. So, so with the shea butter stuff, I make this, and I have a more liquid version. This, and I got the idea from Natural 85, and you put it on your skin too. It makes your like skin glow. Like I have it on now, but I don't know if you could see the glow that I have on me. But yeah, it really does make your skin really healthy and moisturized, especially in the winter. So what I do is I take all these oils, but I add vitamin E, lavender oil, basil, and rosemary, as well as cocoa butter, because I like the benefits that it gives, and it adds to, or it complements the shea butter's chocolatey smell. So it really, really, really smells chocolatey, and it smells really, really good. And then what you do is you mix it all together, and I just happen to use I'm using a gelato container for it, but this is the shea butter that I use. I get it from my health food store, and well, I get everything from the health food store, so I know exactly what I'm putting in and on my hair, and in my products that I make. But like I said, I'll use Carol's Daughter at the drop of a hat, especially if I'm lazy and up here at college, I can't just make stuff, so it's like a great alternative. And what I use is I interchange between her co-wash, the hair milk co-wash, and when I do that, or with any of her lines, because I have her chocolate line and her Minoi line, and after I do whatever one I want to do at the time, then I use her black vanilla leave-in conditioner, and then after that I follow up with her original hair milk leave-in conditioner. I think that's what it's called. Here's what they look like. Yes, the original, and then the black vanilla. And so yeah, so if my hair has been in any protective style for a really long time, and I'm washing it, no matter if it's in the protective style or if I'm getting out of a protective style, I always use her Minoi line, because it's repairing and it really does make your hair nice and healthy. And it has a lot of protein in it, so if you're lacking protein, then it's the great use. As well as her leave-in conditioner, which I use every week because I wash my hair every week. But on a weekly basis, I'll normally use the co-wash, and it works really well getting a lot of things done. But if my hair is really dirty and I don't want to put a lot of protein in, then I'll use the chocolate. Or when I first install the hair, now when I do each twist, my hair is wet, but and I moisturize and seal my hair, and then I seal the Havanna twist hair with just the shea butter mixture. So um I forgot this. But originally, when I first installed the twist, I let my hair air dry, and I used the chocolate blow drying cream. Oh, I used her whole line, and then I used the blow drying cream to kind of like straighten it out a little bit, straighten out the curl pattern, because it makes it smoother and the curls like not so defined. And sometimes that's good, sometimes it's bad, but when you're doing twist, it's a lot better. I don't really do it when I do my installs unless I'm actually using the line, my retwisting installs. And in order to get it this way, what I did was I parted it down the middle. I parted it. I parted it. I don't know. Sorry. I parted it down the middle, and then I put as many twists as I wanted on in each of the 4 sections, and they are supposed to be big parts. And I braid kind of tight because I want it to last a long time. But when I do seal my hair, it's good to seal your hair, moisturize and seal your hair before you put this on. That way your hair, since it's going to be in for a long time, it works. Moisturize and seal your hair even if it's not like this. Like if you're not taking it down. Because it's just like normal hair. You want to keep your hair healthy. And what I do is I take the hair, each thing, and then I spray it, and then sometimes I put oil in it, but I normally don't put oil in it. I don't always do a lock method. I just go straight to the shea butter mixture and then leave it at that. That's how I moisturize and seal. And you can moisturize and seal all the hair because co-washing and natural oils are really good for this hair. That's what the website said, at least. And from personal experience, it does make the hair softer. Remember when you install it to finger comb it, no matter how many times you install it, finger comb it, so it can have that nice, soft, poofy texture. But yeah, so when I'm doing my hair, even though I just started doing the curly girl thing, but since my hair is like this in a protective style, your hair sheds, and even though I would wait a week before I would retwist it when I needed to, now I'm going to be waiting even longer because this lasts longer the way that I did this time. So when it's in protective styles, I don't just use my fingers because each strand is really hard for your fingers to do all the work. So I want to get all the gunk in the hair out, the shedded hair out. So I use a modified diamond brush or a tingle teaser, or sometimes both. Depends on how much stuff is on there. Because it's winter, you want to put a hat on. And my advice for people who live in cold climates, I put a sanded bonnet under my wool cap, and it makes you warmer too. So that would be my advice on that thing. And for people who are in college, I think protective styles are the best option. Or if you're busy with work and stuff, so you don't have to worry about it. Because I try to just let my hair out, and all that stuff that you have to go through is just crazy with your own hair, and it gives your hair a break, so you don't have to do so much daily manipulation. So if you have any questions, leave comments in the comment box, and I'll be sure to put in all the people that I referred to, as well as the ingredients for each one of my things. Have a good day, guys. Bye.